our annual Stewardship renewal now. As we have previously mentioned to you, this weekend we are incorporating witness talks into our weekend liturgies. It is now an honor for me to invite Mary Trainor to come to the microphone to share her witness with us. Thank you, Mary.
Hi, my name is Mary Trainor, and I've been a member of Blessed Trinity Parish since 2015. I moved from Norton, Massachusetts, and I was searching for a parish, so I started attending Mass at different Masses in the area. And one weekday Mass, I went to St. Anne's, and after Mass, I went home and I told my husband, I have found my people. I just knew that I belong there. And it was really because of Father Peter and Father Joe. They were so warm and welcoming, and the parishioners that I met, some of them here, were the same, and they made me feel at home and like I belonged. So some years ago, when it came time to sign my nephew up for faith formation, I learned they were in need of catechists. So I volunteered, and I'm so glad that I did. And I have to tell you, those kids are a hoot. I mean, some of the stuff they come up with and some of the interpretations they have are really eye-opening. So, and it's a joy for me to be teaching them. So stewardship is being open to receiving the gifts that God has given and being open to sharing those gifts with the community. And for me, stewardship is recognizing that God has given me the gift of sharing the gospel, the good news of Jesus with young people. So when I was growing up, my mom, she's the one who started me on my faith journey. She became involved with the Catholic Charismatic Renewal back in the late 70s and 80s. And for those of you who are old enough, those were the Jesus freaks who were waving their hands and praising God. And it was really awesome. I think it should come back. But at any rate, she started attending prayer meetings and volunteering at La Salette Shrine in Attleboro, Mass. And then when I was a teenager, she volunteered me to start at a newly started youth group, which was run by Father Joe Ross. I don't think any relation. There's the eye is missing, but at any rate, who would know that I would have two awesome Father Joes in my life? Only God. So that youth group changed my life. The people that I met there are 40 plus years later are the closest friends that I have, and they are the people who are getting me through the difficult times in life. So as a young adult, I became a youth minister, and we did retreats, and then many years later, I became a lay associate at La Salette just in 2018. I was also active in my parish at St. Mary's in Norton, and then now here at Blessed Trinity, teaching faith formation again, and I'm grateful to be here. On Monday afternoon this past week at St. Anne's, Father Joe spoke to the children and the parents at faith formation about how the church, and that's all of us who are gathered here, are together from the beginning of our lives to the end of our lives. And it really impressed me when he spoke about, we celebrate baptisms together. We celebrate our sacraments, First Communion and penance and confirmation, weddings, and then at the end, funeral. So that was really impressed upon me that we really are a family, and we are together at the most important times in our lives. So I'd like to extend the invitation to each of you here today to open your heart to what the Lord is calling you to become or to be here in your church family, in your parish at Blessed Trinity. I promise you that you will greatly benefit from the fellowship and sharing that comes from belonging to a community of believers. How is the Lord calling you to share your time, talent, and treasure? So sharing the love of God with young people of all ages, because I believe our soul has no age. So Sometimes the body gets older, but we're really children at heart. That has helped me to grow in my faith, and it's increased my faith by being able to share it with others. So I find great joy in volunteering my time to teach faith formation, and that joy is just something that it lifts me and carries me through the week. And I'm so grateful to be part of the community of believers here at Blessed Trinity. Life is difficult. Each one of us is carrying a burden that's not seen by those around us. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, but we are. We come to church and we share our time together, and most of the faces that we see here are smiling at us, but we are all carrying something heavy. So I find that being a part of this community of faith, it helps me on a daily basis. God gives us the gift of each other. When we share our lives with those around us, even a small time commitment, we get so much in return for that small sacrifice. So thank you for listening today. And in closing, I ask that you prayerfully reflect on the gifts that God has given you and how you may commit to sharing them with others. Each one of you is unique, and you have something special to share with us, and we would be grateful to know more about you and about what your time, talent, or treasure is. So please complete the commitment form and return it on the weekend of October 29th and 30th, next weekend. And thanks again for listening.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Nicely done. Thank you so much. I was thinking as you were speaking, it's not easy getting up here and sharing a snippet of one's story, one's personal story. But we all have one. Every single person in this church has a story that we must reverence, respect, celebrate as often as we can. And everybody in this church has gifts that we must do the same thing with. So please God, through this Eucharist and through the many other Eucharists we celebrate around the Lord's table, we will garner up the strength to do so. Let's stand together now as we profess.